welcome to another episode of the Louisville Bulls franchise. Today we take on the winless Arizona Cardinals, and I do not want to be the victim of their first victory this year. So hopefully we'll just take care of business like we did last week. If you missed it, we won 34-3 over the Detroit Lions. Our schedule, we won our first 3 games, ending in dominating fashion over the Colts, then lost 2 divisional games, and then came back and blasted 2 opponents with we scored the same points. Same amount of points, 34 each time. So, let's get to the game. I'll see you guys at halftime. Enjoy today's ball game from Arizona.
It's Madden NFL 24, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Bulls and the Cardinals, and it's all up next.
But if you're going to play football in Arizona, a dome and air conditioning, those are 2 good things to have, and we've got both here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Bulls of Louisville taking on the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in wondering what on earth is going on here as they sit in last place at 0-7.
And it's really difficult to report to work every day with that type of a losing streak looming over you. How do you break out of it? And you're looking at each other to try and figure it out.
Meanwhile, for the visitors, Louisville, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
Taken at the goal line and able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. A look at the numbers last week for Edwards. 21 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself. I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear a next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run here with Connor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On play action, it's Murray. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Odafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. 4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Edwards. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
When people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Hill. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And they run the option on 2nd down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, a run for Hill. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal.
Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. As they've got it as we resume action. Running right on the option is Murray. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to McBride. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Goes right back to McBride. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Connor is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Connor, and he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuffed behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. 4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Prater's kick is good, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick it.
Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham, and touchdown! Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bulls are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he fends him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Patrick Queen drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A little short one there, caught by left. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it. Go the other way. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Here's Murray. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Murray now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Patrick Queen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. So a very tight first half. We had to break. Well, we'll move right through the break.
A tighter first half than I thought we would get in this game.
Second half.
But,
and we welcome you back now.
You know, some stats for you. Lamar Jackson, 4 for 4, 90 yards and a touchdown. Gus Edwards, 10 for 21. So, let's get this second half started. We'll see you at the end of the game for our stat check and more.
Charles Davis on Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Roquan Smith in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. On second down, here's Murray. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
Swim.
Murray going to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Roquan Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken at around the 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, Hill. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue. On the counter, it's Edwards. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 47 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run once more with Edwards. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Up the middle, it's Hill. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going. Taking it right down Broadway. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Murray again. This is counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Murray now to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage, so they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept them in the game.
He sure has, and that offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's Edwards again on second down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Tough spot here. Third down and 11. Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Again, a run with Connor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Murray. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Roquan Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming. obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On second down, it's Hill. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
Holding offense.
That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They go play action now. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 30 yards. And the Bulls get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So this drive spans 7 plays. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Oh, it bowls over him. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Murray now on first down. This is caught. It's Brown. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Throwing now is Murray. Throwing quickly to Wilson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Adafe Owe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A big play looming. On third down. To throw is Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And hard running is going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here now a 3rd down and 8. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 8, just over a minute 40 to play. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw, Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Murray. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defend. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this meeting. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Murray to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive up.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Murray. And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as to understand where they are on the field?
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Finding Pascal, and he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's back to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Murray, one final try. And this is going to be caught on touchdown. How about that? And a two-point conversion now will send us to overtime. No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it is caught. They got it. So a touchdown and a two-point conversion with no time remaining. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Cardinals set to receive it. They'll look for a winning drive as we get this overtime period started. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
Who would have expected this? Overtime. Now back to the game.
Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
First throw of overtime for Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Call that a gain of 11. They run it again with Hill. A little juke. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
An overtime victory for the Bulls. It was a touchdown from Gus Edwards.
So it's our visitors
that does it. Final 26-20.
Too much Lamar Jackson. He really
and the player stats will go through. Jackson 8 of 10, 149 and 2 touchdowns. Edwards 25 for 59 in the score. Receiving Isaiah Likely and Odell Beckham Jr. Both got the two touchdowns. But today, an overtime victory. That does it for me. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Back home next week.
So,
meanwhile, for the Cardinals,
let's roll.
Changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8.
Have a great day.